bringing everything to a close before you move is one of the most important parts, saying goodbye or see you later if that's easier, and making sure that you go into the next place with the most positive attitude you possibly can.
One of the most important things when you move to like a new school is to find, first thing is to, I don't know, make a friend, just because that makes everything so much easier from then on out. Like if you have a problem, it's a lot easier when you have someone to talk it out with, or just like, you know, having someone to sit with at lunch.
When I'm going to a new school, I try to be as polite as possible and try to make friends right off the bat. I just say, hey, I usually do it at the playground because that's like the funnest place. And I just say, hey, do you want to be friends? And they usually just say yes, and we just hang out.
Making your moves easier to a new school is definitely not easy. It never really will get easier, but if you make sure that you go in with the best attitude and the most open mind you can, then you'll be better off for making friends and being more comfortable in your environment if you're willing to talk to people and being kind of encouraged by the opportunities that you have instead of being hung up on what you just left.
I would say probably to be polite in general. Just try to be nice, make friends, that kind of stuff.
I guess take something that you're like really interested in, like maybe your thing is baseball, maybe your thing is music, and try and find someone who really enjoys that exact same thing too. Try and like seek out that person and then try to make a connection with them. I think that's one of the most important things.
Whenever the first day of school, I'm just walking, and then the principal tells me my classroom. And so I'm walking down and I go into my classroom. And then the teacher's trying to introduce me and I find my seat. A couple minutes later is lunchtime. So I went to lunch. I sit next to these two boys and we joke around. We're just like telling jokes, messing around.
You're not on the top of your game right now because if you just moved into a brand new place, you're probably thinking more about, you know, who you're going to sit with at lunch and what you're going to be doing. You know, you're going to be thinking about like trying to make friends and trying to fit into a new place more than you're probably going to be thinking about school at that time. So I think it's important for administrators and teachers to understand that maybe you just need a little bit of space for the first, the time when you're integrating into this new school.
The most important thing when you're coming into a new school is just prepare yourself for a lot of information all at once, but also be open to it all, because you never know who you might be able to meet or what tips you might be able to learn from people. I know that I have only been here 2 years, but I've already been involved a lot in stuff here with integrating new students, and I know that I, as a recent student, am able to give some tips and like specific things about our school. Like I know specific things that you may not have known if you've been here, if you hadn't been here for 5 or 6 years. Things like, just something as simple as how many times you can ask for your locker combination.
At Lejeune High School, it's basically students who help integrate other students. So there's less of that, because sometimes it can be weird with adults, trying to integrate you. You think there's kind of like a boundary there, but when students help to like integrate you, it's a lot easier.
The thing that makes me make the school easier is just trying to have as much fun as possible, really. Try to talk to other kids, mess around, say some jokes. I would just try to be like, hi, hello, what's your name? And I'll tell him mine, and I would try to make friends with him.
It's really easy to get down about, if you moved to a new place, you left everything behind, it's really easy to get down, but that's not going to help anything, and you might as well just enjoy, and try something new.
I think the most important thing that military kids just want them to understand is that we're going through a lot sometimes, and so it's just nice to know that they understand what we're going through and that we're doing our best. But sometimes our best isn't always where it needs to be, so we just kind of need either an acknowledgement or that helping hand to kind of get us there.